Tell me maybe a short story about how your ministry has touched the lives of someone in your community.
Yeah, so one example is a woman, I'll call her Jasmine. It's close to her real name, but Jasmine started coming to our ESL center in conversation classes, and she had never really had an American friend before, and her English wasn't good, but she really had a desire to learn. And so embracing her into our community and sharing our lives with her, and not in a forced upon way, like you come to ESL classes now, you have to listen to a Bible lesson, but through friendship and through being intentional still to bring about stories from scripture or parables into our ESL lessons, she became very interested and hungry to learn more. And so we began to meet with her one-on-one, and she requested a Bible, and so we began studying the Bible together. And she was so hungry, but she was also at that time pretty insecure about how her husband and her family would react to that news. So she kind of was slowly sharing with them, like, I heard this interesting teaching from a holy book. And she would kind of test the waters to see how they would respond. And that's been now so she came to faith, she's been baptized, and now over the course of the last few years, she's been living intentionally in community with other Bangladeshi believers and being discipled. But there's still this tension within her family that her husband and her son still don't fully accept Christ. They know he's a good teacher, that he was a prophet, but they themselves aren't ready to make that decision to leave behind the religion and culture of Islam to follow Christ. And yet she's living in that place in faith, meanwhile still sharing with people. And she has a cousin in Bangladesh who's come to faith. She has a sister-in-law who's come to faith. And so that's one example of someone, that over a period of time, over years of sharing scripture with her, she came to faith.